Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is another review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 15, Cajun Peaches. So the ladies are getting ready for their trip. They're going to New Orleans. Everybody is, packing up things, so we're bouncing around from house to house. We see Candy and Toya. They're talking about the trip. Candy says, well, I hope that they do a better job than you and Kenya, because Toya's like, that's shady. Yeah, girl, shady, but it's the truth, because when it was y'all, when it was your turn to plan a trip, y'all really like half-assed it. So yeah, she said what she said. Shady or not, I hope it's better. I hope they got food, because that was, we had a lack of food on the last trip. So hopefully, hopefully Drew is going to feed the people. Candy is going to meet them out there. She's not going to be able to, head down with them, because on that day she will be shooting, for her new, her role in that movie. Okay, so it's the day of the trip. Drew, she extended an invitation to everybody to bring the babies. She said she ain't bringing her baby, because she still got to work. But the invitation is out there, unlike Kenya, she didn't even tell nobody that they could bring their child. But, everybody decides to leave their kids home. Everybody except Kenya. And we already knew that. It ain't about whether or not I'm going to bring the child or not. Because that's what Portia said. I never said that I was going to bring my baby. I just said I wanted the option to. But I never said I was bringing her, because this is a girl's trip. On the bus, Toya tells the ladies that she's not drinking. Because as soon as they touch down, they start drinking. I'm sure they had a few on the jet. But as soon as they touch down, they're going to have drinks on their little sprinter to the destination. But Toya says she's not drinking. Drew, everybody in there could, well, not everybody. I think she said something. Portia says something, because producers asked, what do you think about that when you hear that? And Portia says she pregnant. That's not the case. But I think that Drew notices, she's being portrayed. How is she being portrayed on this show? What type of footage has she been given the Bravo cameras, to film? And I'm sure she, took all of that into consideration and thought, you know what? I'm giving them drunk Toya. Let me reel this back. And give them my true, authentic self, which is probably still the same. But Drew says that, she was disappointed in Toya's behavior at Fallon's party. And so, after seeing her at church, she's supportive of the no drinking thing, because when she does drink, she's very aggressive. They mentioned Marlo and Kenya, being new besties on the bus or whatever. And Toya says she friend hopping and she gonna get Kenya back and then have Portia on the side. And Portia say, I ain't never been nobody's side chick. Kenya gets up. Well, I'm glad you know who the side chick is. Whatever. Once they arrive at the hotel, and I've been to this hotel, Indigo. It's very, very nice. Very nice. It's within, I want to say it's within walking distance of Bourbon Street. Well, I mean, you walk everywhere in NOLA. So, yeah. But anyway, if you ever go out there and want to visit that hotel, Indigo, that is very nice. It's a very nice hotel. Even Kenya's room, that's not that ain't ideal for a girl's trip. You think you're going to get a suite, but even still, her room, the dumbed down suite or the dumbed down room, they're still nice. Kenya was just complaining. But anyway, we haven't even got there yet. When they arrive there, there's a band, awaiting their arrival. They're playing the whole second line music or whatever. Everybody's dancing. It's a good little time. It's fun. We got po' boys waiting on them, and more. So we got the food ready when they touch down. It's a nice welcoming committee there when they touch down. So far, Drew is definitely planning the better trip. when she, she has all the rooms or whatever, she gives Cynthia her room. She gives her the best suite. She says it's the best suite in New Orleans. I'm sure that's to be, that's up for interpretation. But in their hotel, that's the nicest suite. And so she gonna give it to Cynthia because she feels bad for not being able to sing at the wedding. And so that's her little peace offering. So here's the best room. Everybody else has to compete for a better room or a good room. And they're supposed to, whoever gonna do the best booty bounce is gonna get, the good room. Kenya hop up. Oh no, I'm not degrading myself for a room. Oh no, Miss Chocolate. Miss Chocolate. I know you ain't saying nothing about that. Cause you ain't have no problem laying it low and spreading it wide down to the bolo party. So don't start, Kenya. Don't start your mess. She's trying to act like, oh, breaking my baby's here. Girl, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, she says she ain't degrading herself, so she ain't doing no booty bounce. Just give me the key. Can I just have my key, please? Just give me my key, please. And Drew is like, but what's the problem, Kenya? I mean, why don't you want to do it, Kenya? I mean, you paid for that booty. Bounce it. What's your deal? We don't know what her deal is. But anyway, she go and she find out she get the worst room. So, goop. It's a goop. And it's because she gets the worst room. And I mean, rightfully so. You didn't even participate in the little, fun, competitive activity to get the room. Like, they always do something like that. And, as it relates to, okay, we gon', battle it out. We're going to battle it out for the best room. So I don't know what Kenya's problem was, but she ain't doing the dance, whatever. While waiting in the lobby, because the ladies have, all gone to the rooms to freshen up and they're getting ready to go on a bike tour. And I don't know how I missed that when I was in town, because I would have loved to do that. We round there walking in the smug, in the swamp, because that's what it feels like in New Orleans. It feels like swamp weather. It is hot, okay? Sticky hot. Always sweating hot. You ain't wearing no makeup hot, because the makeup is just going to be sweated off. So you might as well not even care. Don't even do a face beat in New Orleans, especially in the summertime. Oh my God, it's hot. But anyway, they're going to do a bike tour. And when they're waiting in the lobby, Cynthia, Drew, and Portia are there. And Drew, we're waiting on Kenya and we're waiting on... Shamia comes down as well. But they're waiting on Kenya and Marlo. And so Drew says, I'll call Kenya. She calls. Kenya, bloop. Reject. She's screening her calls. So Cynthia says, I'll call Kenya. She calls her. Kenya answer on the first ring. So, of course, Drew is like, I mean, so she just didn't answer my call. Cynthia says, whatever that is, you talk to her when you see her. They call Marlo. Marlo will be sitting this one out because she has a back injury, so she ain't going. She just want to lay down. They all have, they do the bike tour thing. We see them riding around. It's fun. It's always fun to see the ladies enjoying themselves and not bickering or arguing about something so minuscule. So yeah, they had a good time on their little bike tour. Even Kenya. Kenya was a good sport. She wasn't, on her mess. She had a good time. She allowed herself to have fun. And that's probably because that nanny had showed up to save the day. At dinner, everybody's about to order their drinks or whatever. And Toya gets up from the table. She just leaves. And when she comes back, Kenya's like, are you okay? And she says, no. Well, what's wrong? I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Whatever, girl. She's still upset. I don't know what she's still upset about. We weren't privy to that. But she's still upset. They order alligator. And listen, fried alligator is the tea. Okay? Listen, go to Papados and get you the alligator bites. They are any New Orleans style restaurant, get you some fried alligator bites because they are so good. Listen, and they always pair it with like some kind of sauce. Oh my God, I want some right now. Even the baby vegan, she tries it. Portia, she vegan when she feel like, girl, we halfway believe it. So it's okay. Have your little alligator bite, okay? We not judging. We ain't bothered because we halfway don't believe it. We don't believe you're vegan anyway. Eat that meat, girl. While they're at dinner, the table starts to get quiet because everybody's eating. And Toya, oh no, not another Fallon party. And everybody look at her like, why you going there? Like, what's your deal? And Kenya says, why you keep bringing up that girl party? Because it was boring. And Cynthia says, I mean, you don't have to like the girl. Like, y'all don't have to be friends, but you don't have to, you shouldn't just walk into someone's home and be disrespectful. And Toya says, I said what I said. And I said it, and Cynthia's like, well, I feel like you rude and disrespectful. And she says, okay. And Kenya says, I mean, it seems like you're just coming for her, like for no reason. She ain't done nothing to you. So like, what you giving? And Drew just blurts out, why are you not drinking? And she says, I just don't feel like it, Drew. And Drew, she says, well, I'm just asking a question. Well, I answered, I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it, bitch. I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it, bitch. And Portia says, you calling Drew a bitch? Now, y'all heard her say, I just don't feel like it, bitch. Who else is she talking to? Nobody else at the table is piping up but Drew. Yes, she talking to Drew, Portia. I don't get, but between Portia and Shamia, listen, they gonna reiterate the shade and the reads for everybody to hear in case you missed it. Drew, her whole thing is, okay, we saw each other at church and you like spilt your heart out to my driver and he invited you to church. You said that you wanted to get the drinking under control. Oh, and let me add, Drew had to throw a little salt on it. I mean, I'm supportive of the not drinking, It could possibly take the puffiness out of her face too if she stops drinking. So when that come back, Drew, don't be acting like that wasn't shady, okay? Don't act. But anyway, Drew's whole thing is, well, you told me that you wanted to work on this. And so in front of the whole group, Drew thought that it was appropriate to bring that up. Because, I mean, first of all, it ain't even, why you care why she not drinking? If she say she not drinking, okay. That's like the person, when I say I want to lose weight or I want to go on a diet or something, and then you police everything I put in my mouth. No. That's what we not doing. I ain't asked you to do all that, okay? And I'm sure Drew did not ask you to, drudge this up and bring it to the forefront to the whole group, because that was a situation between the two of them. And so it should have stayed that way. You really want to help, then you have private conversations with that girl instead of just throwing out there, well, is it because, when you do drink, you're very aggressive. And so could that be your reason behind not drinking? Like, she's trying to paint this alcoholic narrative, and that's not cool. That girl ain't no alcoholic. Y'all drink a lot within the group, and Toya said that y'all drink and drink and drink, and I'm really just trying to keep up. And I'm a lightweight. So I be drunk boots while y'all just be a little tipsy. Because this is what y'all do. Drew, you need to come a better, come correct. Find a better way to do what it is you're doing. Because right now, you just seem like you just putting that girl on blast. And that's not cool. I don't even like Toya. But that's not cool. Toya gets upset, of course, and she just leaves. Like, she gets up and leaves. And Kenya ends up leaving with her. They call Candy. She's 3 hours away, so she's headed that way. Kenya, we back at the hotel. Kenya and Cynthia, they meet up for a nightcap. And Portia goes to Drew's room. Shamia also joins them. Kenya's gonna go. She's going on the whole, Drew's a bully. I don't like the way she came at her. She gonna go with that. Drew's a bully. And Cynthia's like, now I wouldn't really go that far. But should she had, put that girl on blast about her being, going to church and the drinking situation? No. But I wouldn't say that she's a bully. Kenya, you the bully. And you know it. It take one to know one. So relax. In Drew's room, she, explains to Portia that, I didn't even invite Toya to church. And, she explains what really happened and that it was I was going to say assistant, but her driver that invited her to church, and, that they saw each other in church, and like she explained everything. Drew keeps talking about how she wants to, I don't want all the drama. I want to have a good time. And Portia's like, you want to have a good time, but you want to discuss and bring up everything. You want to hash out everything. So, like, we can't do both. And that's true. Like, y'all can't be dead set on having a good time, on having a nice girls trip. But every time y'all sitting down, for dinner or just sitting, around, the table or whatever, every time y'all are together, y'all want to hash this out and address this and address that. We can't have fun if we constantly addressing stuff, because the energy is going to always be on some defense mode. Anyway, when Shamia does get there, they talk about Portia and Marlo, what's going on with that. And Portia, of course, feels like it's just convenient that Marlo and Kenya are friends now. They make up on the same night that Kenya, has so much to say about Portia, Bolo, and Tanya. And so she just finds it funny. And she also doesn't like how Marlo just hopped on the whole "it wasn't me" hashtag campaign. So she ain't really feeling Marlo and how Marlo is moving out here in these streets. And she sheds a tear. Like, she gets, teary-eyed about it. I guess she does really care about Marlo, or valued, what they were trying to build. She also might feel stupid for allowing herself to trust Marlo just for this to happen. So who knows what Portia is going through, but she got emotional in that moment. Day 2, Drew has her glam squad in place, and they're getting her ready. She has a meeting with a few producers who, want to cast her in their project. And she also has an interview with what them people call iHeart Radio. So she got that to do. Over there in Kenya's room, Brooklyn done drew all over everything in blue crayon. I'm just like, well, Kenya, where was you? Because y'all in the hotel room, so you must have been like in the bathroom with the door closed, or I don't know, because Brooklyn had to have been somewhere quiet for a few minutes. And it happens. Like, it don't take long for them to really make a big mess, but when it comes to them drawing on stuff and doodling on stuff, they usually get real quiet when they doing that. They usually get real quiet when they into some mess. I know. Sorry, Kenya. Sorry. She in there trying to wipe it off. How did you get crayon on your food, Brooklyn? Where were you, Kenya? Where were you? Anyway, Drew, they all meet in Drew's room out on the lanai. They're meeting out there before they head out. Toya says she got her shade blockers on. She got on her dark shades. And Toya's outfit was real cute. Toya be dressed anyway. Most of her looks are really cute. But she said she got on her shade blockers for the shady hoes. So don't come for her. She gonna be ready today. And she probably frustrated because she ain't getting into the mimosas and getting into the drinks, because she gonna come in there talking about, and y'all say, and I'm supposed to be the alcoholic. Girl, the people at Bravo gonna keep y'all liquored up, okay? Because it's y'all supposed to be on a girls trip and having a good time. So yes, mimosas are out here. Pick your flavor, like Fallon said. Pick your poison and just be quiet. They're out there though, and she tells them, they're gonna go to Zydeco, which is, a mixture between country, Western line dancing, the booty bounce. They got a lot going on with it, with that little dance. But they going to do that while Drew does her meeting and her interview at iHeart Radio. She asked Cynthia to go with her as well. So on the bus, on the way to Zydeco, Marla tells them, you know, y'all, I was really in my room decorating. I had somebody come in there and set it up. Y'all know how she do. She got to put everything on display, you know, like it's a showroom. And I love that about Marlo, but I'm not doing that everywhere I go stay. I am not, because you have to put it all back in the bags. Like once you unpack everything and put it all on display, somebody got to come and take it all down. No. That's a waste of time and energy. Just rummage through that bag like the rest of us. If anything, like you set out maybe shoes, you know, but whatever. They on there and Kenya was like, Robert helped you? So they fight over them. No, he my assistant. No, he gonna be my assistant because he'd make a great assistant. When they get to Zydeco, you know, everybody has fun except for Candy. Candy can't twerk. Candy don't have no rhythm. So she's just going to be a sore loser and stand there with the stank face while everybody else around her is having a good time. Even Kenya. Again, if Kenya can, you know, be in situations and not take herself so seriously, because Kenya she doesn't give off that energy like she's playful. And so whenever she is, it's like, oh, look at Kenya. She ain't a hard ass after all. You know, she's not a cold-hearted biatch after all. And so Candy that's just so immature to me, you know, it's like, well, I can't dance, so I ain't doing nothing. Girl, you could have stayed home if you was going to have that attitude. Now, she told y'all before y'all left, y'all was going to dance, and you could have said, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out. Or can I tag along with y'all? You know, you could have done that, Candy, but no, you wanted to go to Zydeco. And so you get there and don't participate. Anyway, we see Drew have her productive day. It's a great meeting with the producers, great interview with iHeartRadio. Like Drew is a great personality. You know, like she's good at what she does. After Zydeco class, Portia and Marlo talk. They hash everything out. You know, it gets heated a little bit. It's a good discussion for them to have. Like it was time. It was time. Everything had come to a head. It was time for them to talk. Both of them basically feel the same about the other. I feel like you change. I feel like you change. Marlo feel like she in the middle. You know, it's just like, I don't know what y'all gonna do. The common denominator is Kenya. Portia don't like Kenya. Marlo likes Kenya. Kenya don't like Portia. Marlo likes Portia. You know, like it's that back and forth. Same thing with Latoya. Where, you know, it's this loyalty war, and it's just so unnecessary. Everybody can be friends with whoever they want to, and they come to that conclusion. You know, Portia's like, I don't want you to ever think I don't want you to be friends with her, or like I got a problem with that, because that's not the issue. I don't like how you moving now that you friends with her. You know, you out here on the hashtag campaign, you know, caping for that cause, and you supposed to be my friend. Like, you know, my friends, you know, ain't on that. And as my friend, I wouldn't expect you to, you know, just jump on the bandwagon and just ride out, you know, with Kenya and her BS. They, you know, squash it all. We starting over. Just don't be trying to act. Don't do that. Like, you my friend, I need for you to, you know, be Team Portia when it's time to be Team Portia. Don't be moving shady like that. On the bus, Shamia and Kenya having words. Kenya done called Shamia Portia's lapdog, and then Toya chimes in, well, are you Portia's lapdog? And then Shamia turns around and she's like, bitch, ain't nobody talking to you. Lay your ass back down. And Toya lays her ass back down. Well, she kind of backs down. She don't have no rebuttal for that. I don't know what she thought Shamia was going to say, but Shamia really ain't the one. She really ain't the one. I know she's just a friend of the show, but when met with confrontation, she can hold her own. Once Marlo and Portia get back on the bus, you know, everybody want to know what was said and all of that. They don't give them nothing. Oh, we just had a conversation, you know, a much needed talk. Kenya asked Marlo, well, why you look so upset? Marlo was like, listen, girl. I don't want to talk about it. When I get a few drinks in me, I'll be an open book. I'll talk to you about it later. And it kind of ends there. It ends there. I know Marlo and Portia gonna get into it again. So this isn't over at all. They gonna get into it probably a few. I don't know if it's a few more times, but at least one more time on this trip. They gonna get into it again over this whole Kenya, Portia, Marlo thing. Oh, it's a bunch of mess. Anyway, y'all, that's where it ends. Y'all come back now. You're here, okay? Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.